Welcome back to This Week in Auburn Sports. I'm Kyle Van Fechtmann, Assistant Sports Editor, and I'm joined today by David McKinney, Sports Reporter. Eric Wallace can't be here today. He's on the 15-day DL after his finger surgery, but he's recovering well and he'll be back next week. To start off, we got a huge football game this weekend in Oxford, Mississippi against Ole Miss. Number 3 against number 4 after the first college football playoff rankings came out. This game could really decide who stays in the top 4 and could end up being a deciding factor at the end of the season when the committee chooses those final 4 teams in December. What do you think is going to be the deciding factor?
I think, this game, Ole Miss-wise, you hear a lot about Bo Wallace and the play of Bo Wallace, and it's good Bo versus bad Bo. And so far this season, it's been all good Bo. He's been he's been a good leader, sort of a game manager. He's got a lot of talent around him, shut down D. But then in the LSU game, he didn't, he played pretty poorly. And obviously, he threw a game-ending pick right there at the goal line. So I think just Ole Miss-wise, it's going to come down to the play of Bo Wallace.
On the other side of the ball for Ole Miss, everyone's talking about their defense, the Land Sharks led by the Kendichi brothers and all those other guys that have been putting up numbers. So it'll be interesting to see how Auburn's offense is able to respond to their powerful defense, and their secondary is good as well. So that's definitely going to be a huge challenge for them as well.
Yeah, I think, if you go back and watch the tape of the LSU game, they lit up a whole mess of rushing yards to Fournette and all those guys. And obviously we've got some talented backs. We've got Nick Marshall running the read option. So I think if we can keep the ball on the ground and just churn it out like we're used to, get back to some of the stuff we did last year, against Alabama, against Georgia. Just run the ball and run the ball and run the ball. And eventually they'll break. And, if we run the ball enough, that'll open up a little bit over the top, play action. But their secondary is really talented. So I think keeping the ball on the ground is going to be a real key to this game.
Other than football, we got other sports on campus as well, obviously. And soccer, they're on a roll right now. They've won 4 of their last 5. They have 1 more regular season game left. After their overtime victory in the Iron Bowl of soccer this last weekend over Alabama, they clinched their 14th straight SEC tournament appearance. And with their game this week, they could move up from 9th. So they're just working on their season right now, and the SEC tournament starts next week. And also, Tim Hudson got a World Series ring. He's the second consecutive year an Auburn Tiger has won a World Series ring, with David Ross winning one last year with the Red Sox.
Yeah, he only pitched about two and I think a third innings last night, but really for him it was just about getting the ring. 16 years in the league. He's a real pro, a real veteran. So we're all happy for him down here.
Yeah, he's the oldest pitcher ever to start a Game 7 of the World Series, and that's a pretty cool stat. But other than that, other than the big football game and soccer and Tim Hudson, that's it for This Week in Auburn Sports. We'll see you next week when Eric is back in